Hey, it's Clare Marshall. How are you doing? You're probably wondering what the heck this video is going to be about, considering it's called Why Coaching Doesn't Work When I Am, in fact, a coach. Well, it's a subject that I really wanted to talk to you about for a long time, and I thought today was the day to come and talk to you about it. So, what do I mean? Why doesn't coaching work? Well, a lot of the time coaching doesn't work, does it? You could be watching this video and you could be somebody that's had a coach and that has worked with somebody and has invested a serious amount of money and just not got the results that you really wanted to get. Well, hopefully I'm going to make you feel better by the end of this video because you're going to understand why it didn't work. Now, we're really complex, aren't we? Human beings are uber complex. We are one of the most complex beings on the planet. Because unlike animals that we can't talk to and we can only kind of surmise as to what is really going on with them, humans we can communicate and we can talk about it. But the fact of the matter is, for a lot of people, coaching really just doesn't work. And that's why the self-help industry is growing at an exponential rate in the way that it is. And the reason it doesn't work is simply this. It's an old analogy, but it's a goodie, and it's one that if you've watched some of my videos before, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about here. When we build houses, we build on a really solid foundation. And years ago when we used to build houses, we didn't put that solid foundation in. We used to dig the dirt so far and then we'd start building the house on the dirt. And we all know that a lot of those properties now are having to have remedial work done to really make sure that what's on top is going to stay there. Now I want you to think about you like that. As you've grown up, you've had all these different programs put in by all the different people that are around you and that have influenced you. And the reality is, if you don't really know what those programs are, and if you've never taken the time to delve into you and to go inside and to really find out who you are, then the chances are you've got programs that are actually sabotaging your success and sabotaging what you're going to achieve in your life. So ultimately, it's about getting that foundation right, because if the foundation isn't right, what's the point in trying to build on it? And that's where most coaches go wrong. A lot of coaches just don't know where to look for the therapy needs, because that's ultimately what we need. Is a lot of us need therapy, me included. I've had therapy, I have therapy. I see a psychologist every month to make sure that I'm offloading to somebody, because for me to be the ultimate coach, mentor that I can be, I've got to make sure that what's going on in my own head is good, so that I'm coming from a really good place. I'm coming from an unbiased place, because again, you know, are you being unbiased? Are you actually coaching because you're just trying to help that person, or are you coaching from your own agenda? Because if you've got a program running that is a self-sabotage program, then the chances are you're not being as effective as you could be. So when you look at your coach and when you look at selecting somebody to work with, look at what training they've had, look at how long they've been in the industry, look at the testimonials that have come from their clients, because you know what? You're only as good as your last job. You're only as good as your last client. And if you're not getting those results for people, then maybe it's time for you to step back and decide whether it's the right thing for you to do. There's for years been a shame around therapy and shrinks and needing help, and it's not so bad today as it was years ago. In reality, the people that get the help and that go out there and seek this guidance are the ones that transform things and that make those big changes in their lives. But until you have got the guts to go for this and to make these changes, then the reality is it's probably never going to change. And you can invest hundreds of thousands of pounds on coaches and whoever you want to support in your business, you know, marketing coaches, social media coaches, whatever type of coach it is. If you're not going from a solid foundation, the work that they do with you is just not going to work. So I hope you found today's video useful, because what I really wanted to do was help you to understand that actually it isn't generally you. You know, it's something that's going on that isn't just a simple, well, go and do this. A lot of the times we We can't do that. And that's not me being a defeatist, because you know what? There were times in my life when I got challenged with things and I just couldn't go and do it. But then when I got that foundation solid and when I truly reprogrammed the blocks, massive things started to change and happen in my life. You can do it too. If you'd like to hear a little bit more about how I can help you with that, then get in touch with me. My contact's in the box below. But ultimately, make sure that what you're investing is the right thing for you, and it's going to get you the guidance and the coach that you really need. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you again really soon. Thanks then. Bye-bye.